Imagine waking up tomorrow to breaking news. Canada has officially become the 51st state of the United States of America. The maple leaf flag lowered, replaced by stars and stripes, Canadian dollars exchanged for American greenbacks, Parliament Hill in Ottawa transformed into a smaller, colder version of Capitol Hill. Sounds absurd, doesn't it? That's because it is. Canadians pride themselves on being distinct. After all, Canada is not just one state, but a vast federated nation comprised of 10 provinces and 3 territories, each with its own unique cultural and political nuances. This diversity is evident in every corner of the country, from the bilingual streets of Montreal to the rugged landscapes of British Columbia. The mere suggestion of merging with the US touches on deep-seated issues, including an undercurrent of anti-Americanism in some circles and the fierce desire among many Quebecers to remain independent rather than subsumed into another nation's identity. Canada and the United States share a long, intertwined history. Both nations emerged from European colonization, yet their developmental paths diverged significantly early on. While the American colonies fought a Revolutionary War to break away from British rule, the Canadian provinces evolved through a process of negotiation and gradual confederation. The British North America Act of 1867 laid the foundation for a federal system that respected regional differences, creating a mosaic of provinces with their own legislatures, legal systems, and cultural identities. During the American Revolution, many colonists remained loyal to the British Crown. These loyalists fled north, forming the foundation of English-speaking Canada. From its very inception, Canada's identity was partially defined by what it was not: American. When Americans casually suggest Canada could become the 51st state, they're overlooking a fundamental geographic reality. Canada's landmass is actually larger than the entire United States, at 9.98 million square kilometers, while the US is 9.83 million square kilometers. Imagining this vast territory as a single state is like suggesting Europe could become a single American state. In 1969, when Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau addressed the Washington Press Club, he famously said, "Living next to you is like sleeping with an elephant. No matter how friendly and even-tempered the beast, one is affected by every twitch and grunt." This perfectly captures the Canadian perspective on its southern neighbor. If Canada were to join the Union, it wouldn't be as one state, but potentially as 10 or more new states. This would fundamentally reshape American politics, adding numerous senators and representatives to Congress. Provinces such as Ontario, British Columbia, and Quebec have their own legislatures that control significant areas of policy, including education, healthcare, and natural resources. This level of autonomy creates a sense of provincial pride and distinctiveness that would be hard to reconcile with the centralized governance model of a US state. One of the most intriguing aspects of the debate is the persistent current of anti-American sentiment among certain segments of the Canadian population. While many Canadians admire aspects of American culture, its innovation, entertainment, and even aspects of its political system, there remains a deep-rooted pride in maintaining a separate identity that is distinctly Canadian. Canadian media often plays with the stereotype of being the nice, apologetic neighbor to the brash and larger-than-life American culture. Television shows and films regularly poke fun at American excesses while celebrating the modest, inclusive nature of Canadian society. Often at the heart of debates about Canadian unity, Quebec's pursuit of independence highlights the complexity and diversity within Canada. Despite various referendums and political movements, the province's aspirations have never aligned with joining the US. Instead, many Quebecers envision a future where they are an independent nation that still maintains strong ties with their Canadian neighbors, but on their own terms. Quebec held referendums on independence in 1980 and 1995, both of which resulted in a narrow decision to remain within Canada. These close calls underscore the deep divisions within Quebec society, but also demonstrated a clear preference for self-determination over incorporation into another political system. especially one as distinct as that of the United States. For Quebec, the idea of independence is about more than just political separation. It's about cultural survival. The province has its own educational systems, media, and laws designed to protect its French-speaking population. Integrating into the US system would likely erode these hard-won cultural protections. Canada and the United States differ fundamentally in their economic and social policies. Canada is renowned worldwide for its publicly funded healthcare system, often referred to as Medicare. Unlike the predominantly private system in the United States, Canada's approach to healthcare is built on the principle of equal access for all citizens. This system is a point of national pride and is often cited as a fundamental aspect of Canadian social policy. In the US, healthcare is largely driven by market forces, leading to significant disparities in access and outcomes. The differences in healthcare models have become a recurring topic in political debates, with many Canadians viewing the American system as a cautionary tale. The prospect of losing their public healthcare system is one of the strongest deterrents against any form of political integration with the US. Canada's commitment to social welfare extends beyond healthcare, with programs that support education, unemployment benefits, and social security. Canadians enjoy a safety net that is deeply woven into the fabric of national policy. Canada's economy is deeply intertwined with its natural resources, from oil and gas in Alberta to forestry in British Columbia. These resources not only drive the economy, but also have significant cultural and political implications. The management and revenue-sharing agreements of these resources are designed to benefit local populations and reflect the unique economic realities of each province. While the US is Canada's largest trading partner, the relationship is built on mutual respect and independent economic policies. While economic integration between the two countries is already substantial through NAFTA and now the USMCA, a full political union would raise complex questions about resource control. Canada possesses vast natural resources, the world's third-largest oil reserves, abundant fresh water, 20% of the world's supply, timber, minerals, and more. Currently, these resources are managed by Canadian governments for the benefit of Canadians. Perhaps most fundamentally, Canadians themselves show virtually no interest in joining the United States. A 2020 Research Co. poll found that only 20% of Canadians would support joining the United States, while 76% opposed the idea. Among Quebecers, opposition was even stronger at 81%. So where does this leave us? Canada and the United States will likely remain what they have been for generations: close allies, major trading partners, cultural cousins, but separate and distinct nations. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.